Hey, I'm Rucci Castellano, and today I want to talk about a really cool way to control your software amps. Now, software amps have become very popular recently because they don't take up any space and they sound great. My favorite software amplifier is the Helix Native by Line 6, and I'm running it right now inside of Pro Tools. Here's a new preset I made, and let's hear it. Nice gritty sound. I also have some other fun stuff in here, like some stomp boxes. Here's a distortion pedal. I have some other things like a harmonizer. I have a chorus. I have a delay. And I have a boost. If I want to play with this, that's fine. I can always use the mouse, or there's control change numbers that you can do, and you can assign MIDI automation, which is great. But if I want to play this like a guitar player, it's really tough. I have to, if I want to go from clean to dirty, then find it with the mouse. It works fine, but a lot of us would like more of a pedal board experience when we're playing our software amps. That's where the Blackstar Live Logic comes in. So right here next to my computer on the floor, I have the Blackstar Live Logic pedal. It's a MIDI controller with 6 foot switches. They're heavy-duty metal foot switches. The thing's built like a tank, and it has 2 expression pedal inputs. Today I'm going to use one, and let's talk about some of the other things you'll see on this. So right now I have one of the expression pedals plugged in, expression pedal 1. You can't have 2. There are 2 modes, patch mode and custom mode. In patch mode, it uses preset program numbers, so you can just change presets. I'm using custom mode to make it work with Helix Native today. It can be powered by a battery, a USB bus power, or a DC 9-volt wall wart. But you can also just keep all 3 of them plugged in. It doesn't damage the device at all. There's your power switch. And if you want to use traditional MIDI instead of USB, you can. It's right there for you. Before we can use the Live Logic pedal with Helix Native, we're going to have to do some configuration. There's a free download called Live Logic MIDI Control, and we're going to use that to configure the switches the way we need them. Okay, so now we're looking at the software for the Live Logic, and there's a few things we're going to have to change to get it to speak to Helix Native properly. So a couple things we have to do here is we have to go to each one of these foot switches, go to CC, Continuous Controller, and change the numbers around a little bit. So we're going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 respectively at the CC message number. And we're going to change these to toggles. Momentaries are fine for certain like stuttery effects or whatever, but usually for stomp boxes, they're toggle switches, not momentary switches. But it's cool that you can do both here. And we're going to change the on value to 127, which is the highest continuous controller number you can have in MIDI. So we'll repeat this process going down the line. So now we're on number 2. We'll change this to toggle, 127. Number 3, change this to toggle, 127. Number 4, change it to toggle, 127. Number 5, change it to toggle, 127. Number 6, change it to toggle, 127. And it looks like the expression is on 7. That's fine. Maybe we'll just change this to 127. And we should be good to go. So now, let me just double check everything. That looks good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantastic. And we'll change this to Omni. Good. Okay. Great. So now what we have to do is we're going to send values. That's basically going to send all the things we just did, send it to the pedal. So we'll do that. And there it is, data sent to device succeeded. So now we're going to open Pro Tools up again, and we're going to see if we can control Helix Native with this. So we're back in Pro Tools. The first thing I'm going to do is create a new MIDI track. All right, and the input from this MIDI track is going to be the Live Logic, and the output is going to be Helix, which is on a regular audio track. I'll record enable this. Now let me press a button on the Live Logic to see if this is responding to the changes here. And there it is. See the little flicker? That's how you know it's receiving information, which is great for us. All right, let's start assigning foot switches to blocks inside of Helix Native. So I would love it if my distortion pedal, I have the Minotaur over here, I would love it if that showed up on this first foot switch. So here's how you do it. You right-click the block in Helix Native, you hit MIDI Learn, and then we're going to press the first foot switch. Okay, let's see if it worked. All right, that was easy. So for the second one, the next fun thing I have here is a harmonizer. I have an A major scale harmony. So let's right-click that, hit MIDI Learn. All right, let's try it. All right, it worked. So I'm going to do something complicated because if you've watched any of my other videos, it's kind of what we do here. We do things that are way too complicated. So let's complicate this a little bit. So I would love it if I had a pedal that changed this harmony from, say, A major to A minor on the fly, so I can adjust what I'm doing. So let's try that. So if we go down here, we have voice 1 scale. So I'm going to do a controller assign, MIDI Learn, and then I'm going to hit foot switch 3. Okay, now I have to tell it what it's supposed to do. And over here in Helix Native, you have this little MIDI icon. You hit that, and what you're going to say is we want the minimum scale to be major and the maximum scale to be minor. Okay, so now if we go back to this and I hit this button a few times, you'll see it shift from major to minor. So when the light is off, I know it's major. When the light is on, I know it's minor. Let's see if that worked. Come on, that's cool. All right, so we got that. Let's go down the line here. Now we have a chorus. So let's assign that. MIDI Learn. So let's hear what that sounds like. That was easy. All right, for me, with delay, I never use an on and off for delay. I like to be able to blend the delay in, okay? So let's do that. Let's talk about how to do that. Now, we do have an expression pedal here. So you see that it's registering the numbers over there. So I would love it if I can control the mix from this expression pedal. So let's try it. So let's turn the delay on. And let's right-click the mix, go to Controller Assign, MIDI Learn, and just, oh, and it's doing it. So let's pull some of this in. So now I can blend the amount of delay in with this expression pedal. And with this, I can connect another expression pedal if I wanted a wah or something like that. So we'll keep that on. And then, what else do we have? Maybe over here, I'll put the reverb. So MIDI Learn, reverb. So there we go. And then I have this little boost over here, volume boost. So do MIDI Learn, hit that, and there we go. So now I can just play like I'm actually a guitar player. So now my Helix Native software amp behaves like a real amp with my foot switch here. I want to thank Guitar World and Blackstar for making this video possible. The Live Logic is a really cool solution for people who depend on software amps. It gives you more of that real feel, especially when you have something to step on while you're playing, because the mouse, it doesn't cut it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.